it doesn't have the same challenges as Camden High School. So Camden High School, on days when it was really cold outside in the winter last year, the boiler would stop working. We don't have that problem at Woodrow Wilson. We have other challenges, so they're not as pronounced. We would love for the school development authority to renovate Woodrow Wilson as well. Our hands are tied with it.
I'm just concerned about the mindset for the students that we'll be going to the new school proudly with those that are left out of that new facility.
Look, your point is well taken, and so what we've been doing is knowing that this work is happening in Camden High School and it's kind of in the ether, people are talking about it. We asked the Woodrow Wilson alumni group to kick off fundraising so that there are some basic amenities we can provide Woodrow Wilson as we think about in the long run how to do a more significant capital improvement. So what I'm referring to here is the football field is not in great shape, and we're aiming to raise some money so we get some turf and some lights. There's some work we can do in the facade of the building so that it looks better. There's a fountain that we're aiming to also reinvest in that's in the courtyard. So there is some work underway, and I think we can actually raise a fairly significant sum of money. Woodrow has some well-established railroad alumni who are grateful for the time there and are looking to support. So be happy to report back on where we land there. And also we have some maintenance funds that we can allocate that we don't need to now invest because Camden High is going to be a newer building, and so we can actually shift some of these resources over to Woodrow.
And huge accomplishment. Congratulations on your school.
Hey, man, the rumor mill in South Jersey speaks very highly of the Renaissance schools. We hear a lot about them. Data today suggests that they're doing rather well. The question is why? What do you attribute their success? And the second part of that question is we have a great deal of difficulty in other communities that are similar to Camden. And the conversation has begun probably 2-3 months ago amongst some of my colleagues and I as to the efficacy, I guess, of moving some of those models into some of the other cities. And do we have enough data, information, documentation to suggest that the model would work in other communities as well as it seems to be working in Camden?
So I'll start there. I think that it's important to localize policies, and so just because something is working in one city doesn't mean it's going to work somewhere else. And for us, we've certainly had our challenges, and there are many people in the audience that will tell you about those challenges in some detail as it relates to Renaissance schools. I do think they've been successful, and I'll give you a few reasons. I'll note that none of those reasons have anything to do with collective bargaining agreements or unionization or lack thereof. And I think that's typically what you hear, that Renaissance schools benefit from not having unionized staff. I actually think that has very little to do with it, and as these schools get bigger, who knows, that could actually be something they want to think about. It has more to do with their ability, I believe, to be learning organizations that can evolve by virtue of the fact that they have independent, self-perpetuating boards. And so what I mean by that, just kind of unpack that further, is think about it in Camden, in districts that have been struggling for a long time. I'm the 13th superintendent in 20 years. So there's been just a whole lot of turnover, a lot of turmoil, diffusion that leads teachers' heads spinning because there's a new curriculum, new program coming in and out every single year. And I heard this directly from teachers during my 100-day listening tour when I first started. And so, the difference is that the board structure of these nonprofit organizations, they're less politicized, and therefore they can just focus all decisions on the best interests of children. Now that's a really sensitive matter because at the core is the role of democracy, and school boards certainly play a really significant role, and we're grateful that with our board we have strong working partnerships to be able to create some of the same sustainability that we see in our Renaissance school partners. But I think that's the benefit they have. They have more autonomy and freedom because they're learning organizations that can think long run. Whereas I think Camden is always, the stories that I hear from parents and other stakeholders, and even certainly conversation with our mayor and our board members, is we're always very kind of short run driven. Like, I'm the superintendent, I have this program, this initiative, 2 years later it doesn't work, boom, someone else comes in. And that's not good for kids.
This, if I may, 3 questions. Notice in your chart that you have reading intervention coordinators, I don't use. And you look at the data, your data, and practically every other school district, not every school district, state, math scores are really falling behind those of literacy. Any reason why you don't have math intervention people?
No, I mean, no specific reason other than this literacy block is very specifically designed to have that additional interventionist to provide the one-on-one support while there's guided reading, while there's independent learning, and we don't have an equivalent thereof in math. But you're raising a great point, which is maybe we should consider that. And I think we're struggling like the rest of the state is on the math park exam, and open to your guidance if you see some structures in other parts of the state that are working that have something comparable that we should take a closer look at.
My last question, I'll let you answer it after others have specific questions, but you raised Jonathan Kozel in the book. Now that you're here and you're not 19 anymore, I don't even know, I think he's still alive, but I'm not really sure. If he came back, what would you see that's different and promising?
Well, in Camden, there is in just about every single classroom smartboard. We're about to finally renovate Camden High School, so we'll say it took far too long, but it's actually happening. I'm thinking actually to our last board meeting where there were some concerns about certain schools and certain classrooms not having updated textbooks and workbooks, and so that board meeting was on Tuesday. I went a couple days later and shadowed a student to see what exactly was playing out inside of our classrooms as it relates to resources, which of course is the theme of Kozel book, and there was absolutely some truth to the commentary from the student, but look, for the most part, we've come a really, really long ways, and I give credit to those who are trying to push us and make us a better school district by calling out the challenges. We need that push. But when you zoom out 25 years, we've come a long, long ways in better supporting our students. I mean, there are some schools where their cafeterias weren't working 25 years ago on a very regular basis, and the district couldn't even afford to repair that.
I think from a public relations perspective, a lot of people, particularly if they're the older generation, not that I'm there, still remember Jonathan Kozel on that book and all the things that came about. We still have that perspective that came in. I'm wondering if from a public relations perspective, it would be worth considering at least to, again, I don't know if he's even still alive, but ask him or somebody that's doing something similar, come back and revisit that situation and give a comparison and write the book.
I like that idea. And the other thing I would add to the question or to the point is that when the mayor first stood next to us as we partnered with the intervention, half the buildings in the city were constructed before 1928, and there was no plan to renovate or build any new buildings. And now we're at a place where not only Camden High School, because of our leadership, but also there are 3 new buildings that are going up. One already is completed, $45 million building, and 2 other $40 to $45 million buildings through Renaissance School partnerships. We're renovating 4 other buildings on top of that. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars of investments that even 4 years ago weren't happening. And so I do think that there's a story to be told there. And we've got to make sure these projects are completed, and that can be tricky, but we've come a long way.
I really have to say, and we talk internally about getting the good news out. There's so many misperceptions out there about what's really going on in public education in New Jersey. And I think you're a shining example of where, things may not be great, but they sure are getting there. And they're moving along that path. They aren't as they were 10, 20 years ago. And we need to get that message out. So anything that we can do as a board to help perpetuate that public relations, it's not really even public relations, it's simply getting the facts out. process, this is a classic example of how you need to focus on the achievements of cities and districts like Camden to show that this is the basic economic development package. We should be moving forward. We've got to tell the world.
I appreciate that. I look forward to having the conversation. And I'll add that the very first time I met with Commissioner Harrington, the first thing she asked was, how can we support, how can we help tell the story of Camden? So I appreciate everyone's support.
So the castle on the hill is going to be torn down?
That is the proposal.
Is that the location where the new high school will
Correct.
be? So it
Correct.
looks very large. Is there enough land to build this building?
There's more than enough land, and yeah, so land is not an issue. Yeah,
But
That's
where
why you
it's
shouldn't be
working.
tearing it down.
yeah. So
This building is gonna be
Who tears down
yeah,
historical
so as it's played out
buildings?
in some other parts